So I'm back. Ngibingelele nonke Amitabha. So hopefully everyone is well. It's been a busy couple of weeks. Kodwa-ke ngangichazile kudala 6 years ago ukuthi as we go along I'll have less and less time to come here because one must build the empire and it takes less talking and more doing. So umlomo uyavaleka izandla isebenza. So I can't have time to come here and remind you of the obvious all the time. But yeah, I decided to take this opportunity to remind those who are still thinking about subscribing and joining our channel. I suggest you do that because you need to. As time is progressing, I think abantu who have been with us for a long time are now starting to see live everything that we have spoken about. Everything is coming forward and coalescing and aligning to what has been said on this channel before. So there's nothing new under the sun, unfortunately. Asazi bantu bami ukuthi bani kule genge yeni enikhonzile eyokeni intshela izinto zingakenzeki njengami. Hayibo intshela indaba zokuthi niyathakathana, they don't tell you where the world is going. Anyway, that's fine. I'm talking about this because if people, especially in the coastal towns, are realizing the water is here. Ayeza Mans spoke about this 6 years ago, about the 3 golden moons, and the signs are there. The water is coming. But my suggestion was, if you are in the coastal, maybe find a way to move inland if you can afford to. This is the last time I'm going to say this one. But again, I think it's obvious to everyone who's Kusazo Shuba. Yeah. And then as far as the rest of the world is concerned, I think it's also quite clear where we are heading. You know, people take this very lightly. They are still waiting for umhlaba to bubha. And the thing that you don't understand is that umhlaba is not going anywhere. Guaranteed, the earth will remain here. But it's just the people that are not going to be here anymore. So, akuzobhubha umhlaba because it hasn't done anything wrong. Into ezobhubha nje abantu. And deservedly so. Bakufanele ukuthi babhubhe. I mean, it's their own creations, obviously. I think if you are of the present mind, you should see everything is in motion now. You know, was it the black horseman who rides and carries the scales? It looks like it's his time now. With all the tariff wars and trade wars going on, you are going to definitely see that the things that you used to afford and take it for granted are now going to be extremely difficult to afford. Yeah. izoba njalo nje. So I don't know. Those of you who are farming, you better double down on the farming while you still can. Yeah. Make the most out of that situation and keep what you can keep and sell what you can sell. You know. So izoba kanjalo, and then the thing of money obviously is going to be very much worthless. That's been developing for a very long time. If you've been paying attention, I'm saying these things just so that you are aware that the systems that are in place, the systems that have been designed to run this world, are literally collapsing before our eyes. It's not that they knew what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Yeah. So we're seeing a collapse of an empire. And it should collapse. We should welcome it. But we should at least be prepared as much as we can. Anyway. So I'm saying this for some of you who are busy struggling with petty things. Ngoba niyahlupha. Spend too much time lollygagging and not developing yourself spiritually. Nilinde ukuyoshaya igubhu laphana nilengise amabhidani nani. Ufake insimbi, nithi insimbi ngesixhosa xhume ubuhlalu laphana namabhaya lenga ntazi. Instead of growing spiritually and being in tune with the universe and yourselves, understanding the true nature of being. And I've been telling you since day one what you need to do, where you need to be mentally. Anzama nganilapha isikhathi eside ngikhuluma lana lapha nginilapha kodwa manje shuthi kahle kunzima, but it's fine. Those who get it will get it. Those who don't will get it 15 years later. It's okay. You know, but yeah, I have hope. I have not given up on you. I have hope. So let's prepare ourselves. Let's become the great beings that we are designed to be, and not be distracted by pettiness and distrusts of one another and all those things. You know, nama shenanigans okuganga, because niyathanda nokuganga Nkosi yami. Why? All these things of shortcuts just to obtain, I don't even know if it's an advantage. I don't want to call it an advantage, because nisuke ni push kakhulu ukulamba and start doing things that you don't know where they are going to lead. Aniwazi ukuthi hayaphi la shenanigans. Inkinga. And anikuzwa i-problem. That is our biggest issue. Ukuthi anikhuzeki futhi anikhuzwa bantu abamnyama. You know, saba ngisho ukusho ukuthi bantu bami, because hayi indleleni iyona, but it's fine. Hopefully kuzolunga. I just wanted to remind you. And winter is here. You know, it's going to be an interesting one. Yeah, we opened winter with the snow, something that rarely ever happens. There should be a drop in temperature, that's it. But we are here in April and it snowed. You know, it's interesting because a couple of weeks ago, bengile and you know, I met some interesting being there, talking about the weather and how I should utilize it and all those things, And ngingambuka nje ngithi na okay, hayi ngiyakuzwa. You see. But sothini ke okusho ukuthi indaba ye-weather kulonyaka might be quite a very strange one. Kusazoba lithi ke bahlali. Kusazoba lithi. So what should you do as black people in this case? The first thing you should do is to go back to the beginning and learn all the teachings and the reminders that I've provided in this channel over the years. Lokhu ngibuza amaqosqosi qale ka a. Start from 6 years ago. Go through the material. Have a broad understanding. And then we can talk together. But black people really need to find themselves. That is the most important thing. Find yourselves. Find who you are. What is a black person? What's so unique about being black? And why do people hate you everywhere you go? I was ngisho like ukuthi abantu bayangixaka ngoz people who are hated everywhere in every corner of this planet, instead of sitting down and asking themselves, but what is it about us, that invites so much hatred? They are busy complaining to people who hate them to stop hating them. What is this desperation in an eye? I will spend more time figuring out what are they so envious of, and tap into that. I was a man who said, if you look at the definition of blackness, which is associated with things that are negative and especially death, and he says, no, there is nothing wrong associated with that. If black people were really associated with death, then they should really go into the mission of becoming close friends with death. And if you could, demonstrate that, you are good buddies with death, then nobody will touch you. But you find us in a space where we don't have any defenses. Nothing or no one is standing up for us. Anyone can come in and do whatever they want to do. I was just hearing this case in Ghana, Lapano Kwekwe. That white man can do that because he's doing it to black people. There is no backlash. There is no consequence. Things that have been done to us that you can't even describe over the centuries have been done only to us. And nobody, feels any compunction about that. No one feels compunction. They don't give a damn because they know, what are you going to do? Who's going to come up and fight? There is no consequence. There are no consequences for doing bad things to black people. None. Everyone can take a chance. Because the black person doesn't know who he is. He has not found himself. He has no defenses. I would have it rather that if anyone touched a black person, they should die. And they should be used to that. And they would think twice before doing anything to our children. You go to the Middle East there, you know not to steal anything because they will cut off your arm. They'll cut off your hand, you know. If you do anything even worse, you do stuff to their women, they'll put you in front of a firing squad and you'll be shot to death. But black people want to kid around here and not take themselves seriously, not be protective of themselves, and not figure out where it is that spirit that is supposed to be protecting them. Where is your God? The world is coming to an end, as we can see. You still don't know where is your God. Who is your God, if he exists, for that matter? What is the deity that stands for black people? What has been doing this whole time? And black people don't want to investigate. Bancamela ukuyohamba bayothwala laphana. Hambe beyogxuma laphana beshaya ikhalanga nani. Uzobona nje, it's going to, was it Good Friday? They are going to be doing the same thing they have been doing for over 500 years, dying in the streets. Like Matwala wa Easter and Passover. We don't investigate things. Iphasika leli enlenzayo has nothing good for black people, and you should not even be celebrating. Should not be involved. This is not the time for you to be, because if black people were Egyptians, say for example, then that means Passover is a time where their firstborn children were being killed by a demon. That's what it would mean. But black people are the first ones to run around celebrating. What are you celebrating? The mass extinction of your children. Go look at it. What's this, where Passover comes from for those Jewish people? God wathi kubona bahambe bulale imvu bathathe igazi baligcobe emnyango so that the angel will come in and kill ingane zama Egyptians, innocent children who have nothing to do with what their people were doing, if their people were doing whatever they were doing. So you find black people celebrating the blood of the innocents, and they wonder why they're dying in the streets. We run headlong into isn't this I understand, and that's one of the main drivers why I'm here, and one of the main reasons why you struggle to hear what I'm saying, because somewhere in your programming is this constant desire to go headlong into destruction. Ukuzicabangela nokuzicabanga is not something that you are being taught. Like sheep to the slaughterhouse, you follow headlong. You don't even pick up the patterns, because this thing has been going on for hundreds of years. Why have black people not realized that, no man, why are we dying so much in the streets in Pasig? No, they don't sit there like, no. Babhizi bathunga amajoyini manje ayina bayastasha bazongena emotweni bafa emgaqweni. Fee. And then we are supposed to say, hey, ingozi this, ingozi that. This has been going on for more than 100 years. You should know by now, okay, konte wrong. Ikhona lento wrong at it. Stop doing what you are doing. I'm gonna say it is in 2025. I'm still saying this thing. Emma pass over. Emma pass. Just stay where you are. Stop running around. Don't go there. Sit down. Just sit down. Just go and have a hike or a picnic. That's what I'm saying. Ayikho nje into igijimela emakhaya njengamanje. Because uzodlula eMlokozeni emgaqweni uphelele lapha ku-N3 no-N5 no-N1 nife. Anyway, and it's not even that I'm saying things that are new to you. These are things you should know, but somehow, by some strange reason, you are not even able to pick up patterns, obvious patterns, things that are right in front of your eyes. You have eyes, but you do not see. Anyway, lo wanivala amehlo nkosi yami wasebenza. Wasebenza kakhulu. Wasebenza. So that's my message once again. 2025. Akenhlukane nezinto lamaphasika nenkonzo seni lesinihambayo. Just stop. Just stop. There's nothing there for you but death. Ilapho nje. Get in the business of getting to discover who are you, where you come from, why you are here, why you are black, who is the black God, if there is such a thing, what is it doing for you, what is your relationship with them, what are these tunyas, we talk about these tunyas here all the time, what are these tunyas? What are these matloses and badalas, all these things? What are your relationship with them? We break it down here in this house. Go on a journey of self-discovery. Don't waste time. Just leave the animals alone. Just go and discover. Soon you will find that none of those things actually need any animal to suffer. But that's fine. That's what I wanted to say. I just wanted to come up because I've been away for some time. Angifuni izinthuke. But I'm around. I'm around. Busy. Trying to do things that are important. As I said, I've said it before, ukubala ekhaya does not necessarily mean there's gain for me. A man does not live on bread alone. I have to go and accumulate some means to get bread there and there. So the more I do that, the less time I'm going to have to come here and speak. Okay. Ukhanya kubekini. Niba ukhanya kwezwe ngazonke isikhathi. Ami Thaba.